All right. What are your top 3 qualities that you believe attribute to your success?
Oh, okay. First one would be I do not procrastinate. Now, I say that knowing that everyone procrastinates, but I truly keep, like, I am a freak. I truly do keep, like, this is today. I do and there's your name right there, Rebekah. I truly do keep a daily, this is yesterday. And every hour I am accounted for. I know exactly what I am doing from the moment I wake up. And I have a plan. So I have an actual focus. I have an actual plan. And I don't procrastinate, and I do. You can even ask my fiance. He gets freaked out sometimes because I'll just think of something, and then literally the next day, it'll be like just a crazy idea. And the next day I'll be like, yeah, remember that one thing that I was thinking about doing yesterday? Yeah, I did it today. And he's like, wait, what? Like, we didn't even talk about it. We didn't even discuss it. So I do not procrastinate. I am constantly doing. I create intense momentum in my life all the time. The other thing is I hold myself accountable for any and all disarray that happens in my life. So that's why I really keyed in on what you just said, because anything that goes wrong, it's really easy, I'm late to this or late to that, and it's for this or that. Not that that happens very often, but it's really easy to be like, well, if you wanted to have done it, if you would have hurried up, or if you would have, and point and blame at people. But then in my head, I always go back to, well, I didn't have to invite him. I didn't have to take them. I didn't have to share a car. I could have taken my own car. I never voice. And I would say never because, and I know it's tough to say never because you're not supposed to use nevers and always, but I came from a relationship prior to this relationship where every single thing was my fault. So it literally, I wasn't even there sometimes. Like, I wasn't even in the room, in the scenario. I was sometimes hundreds of miles away and still getting blamed for something that happened. And because of dealing with that for over a decade of my life, I promised myself that I would be held accountable for and take the power back for all of the things that happen. And I a lot of times feel as if the hiccup with individuals who are stuck is because they're finding reasons to blame other people for their failures. And if they just took a look inside and they said, hey, I have control over this. I have the power to do this. I have the power to pivot and not include them, then things would be a lot differently. I'll go a lot differently. Health and fitness, I know that you're in that field. I can't get healthy or fit because my spouse likes to have donuts, or my spouse likes to drink Coke, or, my spouse won't let me join a gym, or whatever it is. It's always placing blame on somebody else as to why you can't be who you want to be. So procrastination, taking blame. 3, oh my God. 3 would be, you know what? I'm going to say 3 is, and this would probably be confrontational. I actually schedule out free time. So
yes.
Yeah. So, like, for instance, TikTok. So I go on TikTok to place my TikTok on TikTok. Like, every day I do a TikTok. And when I'm on TikTok, they have it geared so that you get stuck in it.
Oh, the tickety talk. Yeah, the scroll and the tickety talk.
And they have it so convenient because as soon as you get on, it's a new TikTok, and you're like, oh, let me just watch this one real fast. And I got stuck for probably, when I first joined it, I will be the first to admit that I literally would sit for like hours, like 2 to 3 hours, just be like, I'm just going to watch this one. And then 2 hours go by.
Yeah.
And so what I did a long time ago, months and months and months ago, is maybe even a year ago now, I actually have specific timings for free time or like in my head, it's TikTok time where I allow myself to sit and watch TikTok. So it's normally during my lunch. So unlike most people who are like, I work through my lunch. Yes, I do work through my lunch sometimes. I do that 100%. However, probably at least 50% of the time, that is my free time. I close all of my stuff. I turn off my phone. I don't take calls. And I watch or do something that I will find joy out of. Now, sometimes that's learning how to do something. So like, what did I just do the other day? I was trying to learn, I don't know, it was something on the online course that I'm creating. And I was trying to learn how to do something. So I'm like, I'm going to take my lunch to watch YouTube videos on how to learn this thing, or how to learn stocks, or how to learn finances, or learn about rental properties. But I also take that time to literally just scroll through TikTok. So I'll just set my TikTok up with my sandwich. I'll put my feet up. I'll watch the clock 30 minutes, and I'll scroll and eat my sandwich and watch TikToks. And it's really important to do that because there's so much guilt. We hold so much guilt sometimes for being a bad person because we want free time. And I think I don't know if you can relate to this, but as a female entrepreneur, it's like, I feel as if I constantly have to like show up harder, bigger, and better than everybody else in order to like prove my worth, to prove my area that I'm taking up on the space of the world. And I don't necessarily always feel comfortable taking time for myself, because are you really that serious? Are you really that passionate? Do you really want it that bad? And I decided a while ago that, yes, I am a go-getter. Yes, I do want to create big things. Yes, I am doing all of this stuff, but also I deserve.
I think it's self-care. I think it's part of self-care, having daily time that you can do something that brings you joy. I think that it's important, and I think it's honored in your work. I think that's what also, like you said, it's an attribute to your success.
Exactly. And I think it's also important to be honest about it, because people, especially in the world that I'm in, there's this meditation thing. And I don't know if you meditate or not, but there's this whole thing of like, you need to meditate. You have to have your miracle morning that's going around. And that includes meditation. I don't meditate, but I sometimes feel as if you have like your free time, your me time has to be meditation. It has to be yoga. It has to be something wholesome and good that's like, and it doesn't have to be. It could literally be Netflix and chilling, could be your free time. And you can schedule that in, and you can watch, whatever you want to watch, and be okay with that,
Yeah, absolutely. My TikTok time's right before bed. I scroll right before bed.
What do I do right before bed? I'm usually working all the way up until bed. We do turn the TV on though, around probably 10 o'clock. Netflix gets turned on, but then I'm still, you know how it is. I mean, there's always something. So I still have my computer open.
So my TikTok scrolling it doubles as work, because what I'll do is I'll scroll, but I'll save sounds. And then the next day I'll go back and I'll make the TikTok for that sound. So I just pop them in my favorites, save it till later, but I'm still scrolling and enjoy it.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Very cool.
Awesome. Question 2. Good job? Great. Yeah, you did awesome.
All right.
I have a quick question about your the procrastination piece though. So now this is just out of curiosity, because sometimes I do this, I'm trying to get better, but do you have your time all blocked out? I saw that. Do you use timers at all? You talked about watching the clock for 30 minutes for TikTok. Do you set timers?
Yeah, not like you think, not like for every single thing on here, but for big things. So you had a timer. I had a Zoom call with Vivian this morning. She had a timer. My lunch has a timer. My shower has a timer because I love taking showers. But other than that, no. So yeah, for important things where I know I get carried away, like TikToks, like 30 minutes can turn into an hour real fast. So yeah, but not for everything.
Yeah. Cool.